Buying a car can be an exciting yet daunting experience. It is filled with choices that can heavily impact both your finances and daily life. In this video, we will explore 5 major mistakes individuals make when buying a car. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Finance Frog, where we save smart and invest smarter. If you have not already, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for all future videos. Without further ado, let's begin. Our first mistake today is purchasing a car before building your credit. Your credit is the foundation of car building. Your credit score can not only determine your loan qualification, but it can also determine your interest rate. When you buy a car, you pay a down payment and the rest is a loan payment set with a specific percentage of interest and loan duration. So what credit score should you have to get the best possible loan variables? According to Experian, as of May 2023, a credit score of 720 or greater would grant you an average APR of 7.062%. On the other hand, a credit score of 589 and below would qualify for a horrendous average of 17.136% APR. That is a difference of more than 10%. Converting that 2% to dollar, 720 plus credit scores only paid an average of $5,695 in interest, while 589 and below scores paid a whopping $14,886 in interest. A credit score is very important in car buying, so do me a favor, pay that PlayStation subscription on time and build your credit score as high as possible. The second mistake is waiting until you're in the dealership to think about financing. This is one of the most underrated aspects of car buying. Most people walk into a dealership and find the car they love. Then they start talking to the salesman about pricing and financing. The dealership knows that lowering the price will make you want to buy the car even more, so they might just do that. But watch out, they can leverage the financing aspect and say that you need to finance through them and go with their terms. Most of the time, the loan duration is very long and the interest rates are higher than people on 420. Now, there is a way to combat this by coming to the dealership pre-approved. You can go to your bank or better yet credit union and enter your information for an auto loan. They can then give you their offering rate for the loan interest. The majority of the time, you can pick the duration as well. You can also get your credit score printed for free, such as your FICO score. Once you pass pre-approval, you can head to your dealerships and use your approved rate as leverage, and removing the hassle of the dealership creating finance plans and running your beloved credit score. The third mistake is focusing only on the monthly payment and having no budget. Budgeting is one of the most important things you can do, not only in car buying, but in life. By budgeting for a car, you can come into the dealership knowing what you can afford, ultimately avoiding compulsive decisions and overspending. So look over your income and finances to help determine how much money you can afford for a car. Also, when picking a loan, do not just focus on the monthly payment. Yes, $300 a month is less than $600 a month, but not when you're paying that $300 a month for 72 months, rather than $600 a month for 24 months. Always calculate long term and avoid the dealership's charm pricing. Next, mistake number 4, not factoring in maintenance costs and insurance. Cars were not created equal. Some cars are meant for power, luxury, or efficiency. That being said, the maintenance costs vary greatly depending on the make, model, and year of the car. For example, according to Kelley Blue Book, a fair oil change price for a Mercedes-Benz E-Class can cost upwards of $214 to $275. while an oil change on a Hyundai Elantra will cost only around $68 to $104. Be sure to research the car you are looking to buy to see if the maintenance costs fit within your current budget. Insurance can also play a role on your monthly payments as well. Insurance rates are determined by your driving history, location, age, and much more. On top of maintenance, research how much insurance will cost you as well to help determine your next vehicle purchase. Mistake number 5 is failing to do your research. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Take your time to look at different car brands, makes, and models to fit your needs. Also, be sure to look at cars at multiple dealerships as well. Find things such as price matching all the way to how long the car has been on the lot in your negotiations. MyCarEdge.com is a great website that has details on cars that show their lot time and even their potential out the door price. If you have a trade-in, you should do diligent research on the value of it as well. When you arrive at your dealership, take the car for a test drive. While driving, listen for any odd sounds and check all of the car's functions. On the outside, do the same. Check for any scratches, dents, or modifications that may alter your choices. Here's a bonus tip: avoid getting too emotionally attached. A study performed by Nobel Prize winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman showed that emotions contribute to about 90% of our decisions, while logic contributes to around only 10%. This is no different in car buying. Many people will buy a car because they think the car will change how other people think or feel about them. When shopping for cars, focus on buying a car you will enjoy and be happy with, but at the same time, stay within your budget. In the long run, it can benefit your mental and financial health. We hope these tips helped you with your car buying journey. Don't forget, your credit score is one of, if not the most important part of car buying. If you are between the ages of 18 and 25 and want to build amazing credit, check out this video on the best 3 beginner credit cards. Other than that, we'll see you in the next one. Remember to always save smart and invest smarter.